What am I supposed to do?
Okay, Joseph. So we are going to have you on our show for the bottoms up perspective end of year, and then we are going to have you talk about yesterday. So what are the kind of experiences that sticks in your head, especially for 2020?
With regards to LinkedIn or in general?
In general, what sticks? Like literally, what sticks?
Well, you can plan to fail and you can fail to plan. So
Wow, that sounds really cheesy, but really,
no,
okay,
but it's
okay, yeah.
true. Everything that I had planned for 2020 went out of the window because of the pandemic. So you
Okay.
have to readapt and you have to wait for things to actually have a bit clearer outlook. That was my main. In fact, tomorrow's post will be talking about my experiences about 2020. And another thing that I developed a lot about patience, a lot of patience, because without patience, there's no clarity. And that was one of the things that I had to learn, very difficult based on my character.
Oh, indeed. But is there one specific event or incident that really is something that you would have never imagined that you would have accepted in 2019, but in 2020 is normal to you?
Not really. I mean, the pandemic opens your eyes to a lot of other things, but I would have never accepted that. I mean, I would have. This is my first time seeing the whole world practically crippled. In effect, in a space of 2 months, and it's continuing still. So, despite all the technology advances and all the latest developments, the simple pandemic can just wipe us out, and that was something that I would have never anticipated. Yeah.
I see. And were there a lot of events that caught you off guard? Like, okay, we're not going into politics, but let's say, how do you see the necessity of like really being competent in terms of our smart
Yes.
devices and things like that? What do you think about that?
No, I think not in terms of just smart devices, but you need to stay relevant. I think the key is relevant, because you never know what changes are going to happen tomorrow, what fields are being extinct, what careers are being attractive. So you really have to constantly keep reinventing yourself. And one of the things that came about because of the pandemic is I started reading a lot again. So reading has become a habit for me, and buying a lot of books. So that's something that I would have never expected. Yeah.
So were there changes in the genres of book that you have been reading because it's
No, actually,
2020?
I don't specific. Okay, I'm not one to read deep philosophy or political scenarios that require so much thinking, but my whole interest spans from fiction to non-fiction. Like management books are one of my favorites. Then a bit of, I think the most majority of it was management books, followed by certain books about the quality of life, and then one or two novels. Yeah. So I don't specifically say I must read only this genre, and no. Of course, a lot of it is recommendation. I still have about 8 books I haven't read yet.
Oh, it's about the same lah. I have like a wobbling pile of books out there that's waiting for me to read, but
Yeah, I wish I could speed read fast, better, but
there's always a way. Definitely,
huh?
there's always a way
Yeah.
to speed read.
Actually, I tried it once and I able to actually absorb more.
Yeah. So, has anything around you which you interact with changed a lot this year? Like, I know that for us, because both of us are based in Singapore, we had our own circuit breaker. I think that was March or April, I don't remember. And then now that we are moving from, I think we're in phase 3 or heading into phase 3, life back to normal, right? But in your opinion, do you think that we are actually heading back to any form of normalcy?
So I think the question is, how do you define normalcy, right? Yeah.
I leave it to you lah. I leave it to
No,
you,
I
of
think
course.
normalcy is we are going back. I mean, like when I was going out over the weekend and people were shopping like there's no pandemic. But until the vaccine is around, and I think this the normal as we know before COVID isn't that normal lah. It's just that we have certain restrictions we have to respect. So until the vaccine is something that we all have, that would be the closest normalcy lah. Safe distancing and restriction in the number of people lah. Yeah.
But do you think while we quietly resume our pace of life, do you think that mass social distancing is here to stay?
I think at least for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I also think so. With or without the
Yeah.
vaccination, right?
Yes. I think for the safety of all of us, we should not discount the fact that for the next 2 years, and you don't know the vaccine is the side effects yet, right? So you don't know it's going to be right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
for sure lah.
for now it's our the like I said the most popular accessory now is our mask,
A
right?
popular
Yeah.
accessory. Okay lah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean like you should have your new ones that is distributed by Temasek Foundation. So at
I
least you
didn't
have a
collect.
healthy. Oh,
I
okay.
didn't.
Okay. Anyway, so that's one point. And before we go, I want to tap on your brains in the form of a last question, and that is, we know that the global economy, the rhythm of it moves in waves and cycles. So we have had multiple recessions and depressions as we move to where we are today. So this corona pandemic, has it been the worst that you have experienced as a working adult in terms of the effects on society and economy?
Definitely in my lifetime, yes.
Oh, is it?
Definitely. Yeah, because even in SARS, I don't recall it being so global in terms of the effects that we have had. So I think this is the worst that I've seen in terms of even businesses dropping off the scene and everything. And then we still don't know what the next 1 year is going to be, right? Yeah.
Is it worse than the 97 Asian currency crisis? Although that is a pure financial kind of crisis, but it ripples into the economy, right? So is 97 worse or 2020 worse?
No, I think they're separate events, but like you said, they both have ripple effects on the financial situation. So, but it's only that in this case, the pandemic was what was the word? Catalyst, you know? Whereas in 1997, there were different factors. I think it was the banks, right? I can't recall what
It was a hedge fund that brought down the world, long-term capital.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But which was when you were there? So you were working professional in 97, and then now it's 2020. Which was the one where you felt the strongest impact? This one.
I think when I was in the 1997, I was still working, but the impact that I had was not so bad as from my personal experience from the pandemic in 2020. Okay, because it was first how should I say? I still was working in 1997. Although we went through a difficult time, we still retained our job. There were pay cuts, but there was still some source of sustenance. But in this case, I saw a more ripple effect where businesses were just closing down by virtue of there was no supply chain, right? Because no supply chain, but no business, right? Yeah. So it was a different effect totally. Yeah.
I see. And so as a final note, I just want to say thanks for hopping on, and then we look forward to having a more engaging conversation with you in our year-end mega show. So thank you, Joseph.
I look forward to that too, Aldric.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.